talking just about milk, focusing on creating perfect milk texture, just like you'd get in a cafe, and then pouring that milk into your 2 espresso shots so that you get a coffee that looks and tastes as good as it possibly can. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about steam pressure for texturing and heating your milk. Steam pressure is a result of your back pressure. Back pressure is a direct result of your heat being driven up through the machine and being resisted by the coffee in your coffee basket. Chances are, if your extraction is looking really good, you're going to have tons of pressure for steaming your milk. Remember that your steam pressure depends entirely on how your extraction is looking. If you're getting a good extraction, but you've still got low steam pressure, you most likely will have a blockage in your steam tip. So just refer to our tips video for how to clear your steam jet. The most simple way of thinking about how to create perfect milk texture is in 4 really simple steps. So your first step is having a look at your steam tip, and looking underneath you can see where a little jet is located, and that will give you an idea of where that steam is going to be coming out and hitting against the wall in your milk jug. So for example, on this steam tip, I know that the jet is facing towards my left hand side. So if I place it in my milk jug, I will point that steam jet up against the side of the milk jug that is closest to the neck of the machine. When the steam comes out, it'll start bouncing against the wall and go in an anti-clockwise direction, spinning the milk in that direction. I can simply change the direction of this milk by really simply swapping to the opposite side and bouncing it off the opposite wall. You can practice this using water after you've made your next coffee. If you were thinking about putting a hose in a bucket and aiming it up against the side of the bucket wall, and that gets the water spinning in a circle, that's what you're going to be doing with your milk. So with all that consideration about direction, the next focus is the depth of your steam tip in your milk. For the first 2 seconds, you want your steam tip to be just on the surface of your milk, so it's scratching the surface and creating big bubbles. It's really important that you don't breach the surface of your milk again after those first few seconds. You then want to lift your jug ever so slightly so you've got that steam tip just below the surface, but it's breaking those big bubbles down into smaller bubbles. And you're going to hold that position until your milk starts getting almost too hot to touch. When it's too hot to touch, it's getting too hot to drink, so turn the steam knob off and it should be ready to pour. And remember, it's really important to always use cold milk to get your best results. So this is the big one, step number 4. You've got your perfect shots, you've got your really lovely texturized milk. And what we want to be doing, in principle, is pouring that milk down the side underneath the crema so that you're floating that crema towards the top of your cup. Once you get to the top of the cup, drop your jug to the edge of the cup, the head will fall out on top of your crema. And that's what's going to create your really lovely cafe-style coffee with that really rich caramelly colour of the crema and the stark white of the milk swelling together and looking really lovely. We hope this has been really helpful for you, and if you do require any further support, please don't hesitate to contact us through our website, thelittleguy.info.